Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at my first clear of Kanan, the second Dark Colossal quest. And gimmicks here are gravity barriers and warps. We definitely want to bring characters with both of those. And then, yeah, this is a dark quest, so light characters will take less damage and also do more damage than any other element, because it is a colossal quest. And on this first stage, we see these enemies out here. And then the Dougie and then the anti-bounce guy that are above each other, above or below each other, those are in pairs. So if we do not take them down in the same turn, they will revive each other. So it's important to do that. Okay, that's kind of a trick shot. You can get rid of both of the pair in one hit. By doing 45-degree angles and hitting the sling style change panel. Okay, we did it again there with Kamui. And then that just leaves this turban guy. And then we can do the most damage to him by going over these turrets here. And then every time we go over the turret, it'll shoot out a lock-on flame towards the nearest enemy. And that does a lot of damage to the turban guys. Regular attacks do not do very much damage. Okay, second stage. This time the two Dougies are a pair, and then the two, what is it, Zako Nezumi up there, they are pairs as well. So we want to take them down in the same turn. Alright, very good. And then we'll move up and try to get rid of the Zako Nezumis. And then to talk about my team, my max luck is Hendrickson, the Demon Evolution version. He is a Pierce with no Gravity Barrier and no Warp, and he's one of the best max lucks for this mission. He has great mobility, he's got the double null and he's got the Pierce. And then bump combo is the Star Laser, which is not really a factor in this mission. And then he has that strike shot. Where he shoots it at whomever you aim at. And then they lose 33% from their maximum HP. And that can be good in this mission, because normal attacks don't do a lot of damage on bosses and these turban guys. We need to do damage to them with the turrets. But that 33%, that's just set damage, so that'll go in there, no matter what. The thing is, though, is that the bosses and things, they get their HP restored by the other guys. So if that strike shot does not take down the guy, then they're going to get healed anyway. And then when the boss is by itself, then it's easier to use the turrets to do damage. So actually, I kind of feel that there's no chance really to use Hendrickson strike shot. A really, really strong strike shot, but not really good for this mission, I would say. And then for that reason, I would say Hendrickson is not the best max luck. A lot of people say that Kanan Evolution is the best, but I don't really like her because she is a bounce. I think when they release a light monster that is Pierce with no Gravity Barrier, no Warp, then that will be the best max luck for Kanan. But now I think the best is probably Bishamonten, another Pierce with no Gravity Barrier, no Warp, and then a Meteor Strike Shot, which can be good to get rid of the pairs of enemies. Okay, but anyways, the previous stage and then this stage, they are the same. Get rid of the little guys, and then go after the turban guys. Here it's a little bit different because we have to get rid of these drones first, and then we can go after the turban guys. Alright, to continue talking about my team, next I'm using Fuel Evolution, again, one of my favoriteest characters. She is a bounce with no Gravity Barrier, no Warp, but she has a 4-turn strike shot where she can become a Pierce. And in most cases I use that strike shot. And yeah, it's pretty great. And using the strike shot, she also gains immunity to the sling style change panels, so she can stay as a Pierce, which is usually preferable. Alright, next up is Ducky Transcendent. Another Pierce, of course, with no Gravity Barrier, no Warp. She has the 20-way random laser, I forget the name right now, but that can do decent damage on this mission. And then she has a speed up and power up strike shot, which also gives poison status. And that poison status can be good to get rid of the pairs of guys as well. So it's pretty well suited for this mission. And then finally, my friend, I am using Kamui, and then he's kind of agreed to be the best monster for this mission. Another Pierce with no Gravity Barrier or no Warp. And then a bump combo, the Lightning, which can stun. And then the Expanding Bomb, which is one of the very few bump combos that does a lot of damage to people in this mission. And then he's got a Tackle Strike Shot, which can do 2 million damage or more. Okay, but here we see that Kanan, she's all by herself. So we're just going to focus on hitting the turrets in order to get damage into her. And then there are certain angles you can take, like there, where you can kind of get stuck in an area and hit turrets over and over, and then get in lots of damage. But you can't hit the same turret over and over. You have to hit them kind of switching off between the two. They will only activate once they are hit by the other one. Okay, last stage before the boss sequence. And this one's tough because there are blocks in between those two Zakul Nezumis. But yeah, they are a pair. And then also the Dougie and then the anti-bounce guy below them are also a pair. And then I think what I like to do for this stage is to get rid of the Dougie anti-bounce guy pairs first, and then go after the Zakul Nezumis. So I'm thinking what to do here with Kamui. The guy on the left, low on HP, so I'd like to get rid of the guy on the right as well. So we'll go after him first, get rid of him. But no, we will hit the sling style change panel. But somehow I was able to get rid of the Dougie and then the anti-bounce guys. So that's one pair down. That's good. Okay, but we'll go back to trying to take down the Dougie and anti-bounce guy pair. Good. And then that just leaves the Zakul Nezumi pair. So here I'm going to use a Fuel Strike Shot and then stay a Pierce, or become a Pierce and then stay that way. And then we'll see if we can get rid of the two guys here. Okay, no, not quite. But yeah, every turn that we lose like that, that's kind of a big deal. Because we are getting hit with attacks every single turn. And yeah, because the damage output is so high for this mission, it kind of really depends on your heart luck, whether you get lots of hearts or not. And yeah, this is kind of not good. I think missions where you take damage every turn, it's fine if there are also like healing walls or something, or some way to heal yourself every turn. But yeah, there's some nice heart luck there. But with Kanan, you know, you're kind of at the mercy of the hearts. And so that item that you can buy with medals, I usually don't recommend the one that brings the hearts out because it's pretty expensive, 12,000 medals. But I think for this mission it could be a good investment. It gets a little bit, it gets rid of a little bit of the randomness of the mission. Okay, we'll just keep hitting those turrets, and there we go. Okay, here comes the boss sequence. Alright, same idea as before. Here, the Zakul Nezumis along the top, they are a pair. So let's just go between them and then take them out first. And that's nice if you have a character starting the at the top of the screen, just like Kamui there. Okay, and then we want to get rid of the pairs of the Dougies and the anti-bounce guys. Again, those are up and down, so... Okay. So I failed on the left side, but somehow I got the right side, so that was lucky. Okay, and then with a Frio here, again, let's use her Strike Shot. We'll become a Pierce, we'll do some damage to the Dougie, and then hopefully hit the anti-bounce guy. Alright, perfect. Okay, so that just leaves us with Kanan. And then here, I find that it's pretty useful to kind of trace your finger from one turret to another when you are selecting a shot. That seems to put you on an angle that will hit a lot of turrets, just like that. So let's try that again with Kamui. Alright. And that is fine, okay. Yeah, a lot of times in this mission, when you are trying to hit the turrets, if you draw lines from one turret to another, that can be a pretty good line to go along. Alright, so let's do that. No, I will not do that here with a Hendrickson. We see a new enemy. This is like an enchanted sword enemy. I'm actually not sure what attacks it does, but we'll get rid of that first. Alright, so with a Friol here, let's concentrate on that Mandem, that's the name of it, down there at the bottom. Perfect. Okay, and then next we want to get rid of the Zakol Nezumi pair up there. And they're difficult to get to because they're on opposite sides of the boss. If we get them with a Pierce character though, that increases our chances, so we got them there. Okay, and that leaves the Turban guys, so we'll try to get in those turrets down there in order to get the fire out to take them out. Yeah, not quite. Oh, and the Turban guys, they do have a one-hit KO. It's that higher number on them, so we'll keep that in mind. Okay, pretty good. I think Kamui's bump combo was pretty helpful to take down the guy on the left, so yeah, Kamui's pretty great. Okay, so just us and the boss, and then I would recommend trying to stay in the bottom of the screen, because it's easier to hit more turrets more often when you're down there. Okay, that's pretty good though. So here, this would be a good time to use Hendrickson's Strike Shot, because there's nobody else around and we can just, you know, do the set damage. But really, it's so easy to get damage from the turrets that I don't really see any point in using Hendrickson's Strike Shot. Alright, there's the bump combo lock. Not that big of a deal in this mission, except for Kamui, I would say. Okay, there goes the boss. Okay, last stage. Again, let's get rid of the Mandem again in the upper right. And I would say it's worth using, like Kamui's Tackle Strike Shot to take him down. Because, again, once the boss is by itself, you're not going to really need to use strike shots. You can get all the damage you need from just the turrets. So yeah, just think about using your strike shots against the little guys. They're kind of the true boss. Okay, so with a Ducky here, let's keep up the pressure on the Mandem. There is that sling style change panel above the Dougie there, so we want to be aware of that. And then as for Kamui's Strike Shot, it's also useful on the Turban guys. I think it can take him down in one hit, so... Okay, almost there. But again, yeah, every turn that we spend trying to take down guys, that's another turn that we take damage, so we really need to speed things up. Okay, excellent. So we got rid of the Mandem, and we also got rid of the pair on the right. So that was a nice bonus there. And then with here, with Hendrickson, let's see if we can get rid of the other pair. Excellent. Okay, and then we want to hit the turrets to do damage to the turbine guys. And there they go. Alright, so it's just us and the boss, and we could almost consider this a guaranteed victory at this point, but just to be safe, let's use a Duck Key Strike Shot. There are blocks on the right side of Kanan, but not on the left, so if we need to hit her with a strike shot, we can try to aim for the left of her. Okay, so good damage from the turrets, a little bit from the speed and power up. And then next turn she'll take the poison damage. And then with Kamui here, let's use his strike shot just for fun. Okay, and we'll get the special animation where we slice Kanan in half. Alright, so that was Kanan, and yeah, it's another one of those stages where conceptually it's easy, you know exactly what you have to do. The tricky part is pulling it off. And then, because we are taking so much damage every turn, it's a little bit reliant on heart luck. Alright, first clear bonus, thank you, and the guaranteed drop, thank you. And there is Kanan. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.